A Little Bell by Jean de La Fontaine. How weak is man, how changeable his mind. His promises are naught, too oft we find. Vowed, I hope in tolerable verse, again a idle story to rehearse. And whence with promise, not 2 days ago, I'm quite confounded, but I should know. A rhymer here one who himself can boast, quite steady for a minute at the most. The pose above could produce near design, for those who fondly called the sisters 9. Some means to pledged with God you will confess, but none with certainty the charm possessed. If howsoever I were doomed to find such lines as fully would content the mind, thought I should fail in matter, still in art, I might contrive some pleasure to impart. Let's see what we are able to obtain. A bachelor reside in Touraine, a sprightly youth who of the maids beset, and like the prattle to the girls he met, with sparkling eyes, white teeth, and easy air, plain rosette, petticoat, and flowing hair. Beside the rivulet while low round, with little bell that gave a tickling sound. On herbs, her palate gratified at will, and gazed and plagued, and fondly took her fill. Among the rustic nymphs of spark perceived, a charming girl for whom his bosom heft, too young, however, to feel the poignant smart, a Cupid oft inflected on the heart. I will not say 13 in age unfit, the contrary most fully I admit. Well also post such its prudent fears, may she yet still more early years. But this apparently refers to tones, where love was born for growths and longs and don'ts. The youth exerted ever art to please, but on in vain he only seemed to tease. Whatever he said, however nicely graced, ill humour, inexperience, or disdain, induct the bell, unlearned in Cupid's book, to treat his passion with a forward look. Believing every artifice and love, whose tolerate by the pow'rs above, one eve he turned a heaver from the rest, conducted by the girl his thoughts possessed. The others left, not counted by the fair, youth seldom shows the necessary care. With easy, lurking steps the cottage sound, with every night we usually were brought. The mother, more experienced than the maid, observed that from the cattle one had strayed. The girl was scolded much and sent to find the heaver indiscreetly left behind. Fair Isabella gave a vent to tears, and voked sweet echo to disperse her fears, solicited with fervent piercing cry, to tell her where lorn low she might spy. Rose little bell the spark deprived of sound, when he withdraw her from the herd around. Her lover now the tickling metal shock, the path at once it led the charmer took. The well-known note was pleasant to her ear, without suspecting treachery was near. She followed to her wood, both deep and large, in hopes at least she might regain her charge. Guess a surprise could reader when she heard a lover's voice who would not be deterred. Said he, fair maid, whenever the heart's on fire, 'tis all permitted that can quench desire. On this with piercing cries she rent the air, but no one came, she sunk to dire despair. Yet beauteous dames avoid the silent shade, and where dangers solitary woods pervade.